Choosing the wrong Maine town could cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars over the next decade. And most buyers don't realize just how different these towns are until it's too late. Today, we are going to be breaking down 5 of the most popular towns in southern to mid-coast Maine: Yarmouth, Cumberland, Brunswick, Bath, and Freeport, and using the most up-to-date data to compare taxes, pricing, and lifestyle. As a bonus cherry on top, we're also sharing our free buyer relocation guide for those who are thinking about moving to the area and want to make an informed decision. Content in there is going to help you choose which town is the right fit before you buy. If you're new here, I am Brady Stockwell with Brett's team at eXp Realty. We help buyers and sellers just like yourself every single week. Even though these towns are relatively close geographically speaking, their markets are vastly different. You're going to find the most affordability in Bath. You're going to find the most lifestyle drivers in Brunswick, and Yarmouth and Cumberland each have numerous amenities that are offered through their municipality, but they are going to come at a premium price because of it. Let's dive right in. The first thing we're going to be looking at during our comparison today is price. I have up on screen the 2025 sales data for Cumberland. As you can see, there's 128 closed properties in 2025 for an average sale price of $1,098,943 and a total volume of 140 million in 2025. Taking a look at days on the market, as you can see, 73% of the homes are selling within the first 30 days in Cumberland, with a list to sale ratio of 102.63. What list to sale ratio means is what that home was listed for and then what it finally ended up selling for. A number over 100 means it's selling over asking price. In this case, 2.3% over asking price. Those homes that sit for 30 to 60 days on the market, which is about 12% of the total listings, you see they only get a 91.7% return on their listing price. So they are selling on average about 9% less than what they are listing for. That just shows you how important it is to get your price right the first time, as opposed to overpricing and then chasing the market back down as it moves underneath you. Moving on to Yarmouth, we can see 114 closed homes sales in the last year in 2025, with an average sale price of $909,000 and a total volume of 103 million. About 78.95% of all homes in Yarmouth close within the first 30 days or sell within the first 30 days, just about 100% of listing price, 0.8% over. So they're getting a slight increase over what they're asking for when they finally sell. Similar to Cumberland, those homes that are sitting on the market for 30 to 60 days, they are only getting 94.4% of their asking price when they finally get to the closing table. Moving on to Freeport, you can see that average sale price is now $875,000, so marginally more affordable than Yarmouth, but not by much. A total of 102 homes closed in Freeport in the last year, with a total of $89 million in volume. Only 63% of homes in Freeport sold in the first 30 days. Of those that did sell, they got 100% over of their asking price. And then those homes in that 30 to 60 day window, once again, only got 92% of their list price when they finally got to the closing table. Moving to Brunswick, as you can see, a whopping 308 closings in 2025. That's nearly as much as the first 3 towns combined. That just shows you how much competition is really happening in those Freeport, Cumberland, and Yarmouth towns, because there's pretty slim pickings when it comes to volume and number of houses that are actually hitting the market. People are tending to stay there longer and not list as frequently. Brunswick, on the other hand, has a lot more housing available because of the local attractions, and we will get into that later. But right now, let's dive into the numbers. The average sale price in Brunswick is $462,225. That's less than half of what Cumberland's was, over $1 million. Total volume in Brunswick was 142 million. So that's the most volume yet. Once again, a story is told, those houses that are priced right and sell within the first 30 days, 75% of houses are selling within the first 30 days, and they're getting on average over asking price. Those homes in the 30 to 60 day window, again, are only getting 93.3% of their asking price. Finally, let's head over to Bath. As I said at the beginning of the video, Bath is the most affordable town. 124 closings in the last year for a average sale price of $418,000 and $51,909,000 in volume in 2025. Taking a look here again at the days on market, 93 houses, or 75% of the market, closed within the first 30 days and got over their listing price, while homes in the 30 to 60 day window only got 92%. So that just once again talks about and shows how important it is to price your home right so you're not trying to chase the market. The second metric we will be using to compare these southern to mid-coast Maine towns is their tax rate. Jumping right into it, you can see we have Yarmouth, a 14.55 mill rate with estimated annual taxes of $7,621. Second, we have Cumberland, 25.18 mill rate, significantly more than Yarmouth, with an estimated annual taxes that reflects it. $10,072 on average is what you'll be paying in property taxes for a property in Cumberland. Freeport, 13.85 mill rate with an estimated annual tax burden of $5,061, the most affordable we've seen yet. Brunswick, very similar to Freeport, with a 13.22 mill rate and estimated annual taxes of $5,107. Bath, once again, our most affordable town on the list, 16.1 mill rate, which is higher than three of the other towns. However, because their assessed value is so much lower than those towns, Bath residents are only paying on average $3,732. So key takeaways, Bath has the lowest average tax bill, reiterating that it is the most affordable town to live in out of the five. Freeport and Brunswick offer similar average property taxes, and Cumberland is by far the most expensive, with nearly 3 times that of the average Bath property tax bill. Lastly, our final part of today's breakdown, and maybe one of the most important when it comes to choosing the right town to move to in Southern and Mid-Coast Maine, lifestyle. What do these towns have to offer when it comes to lifestyle? So, Yarmouth. Yarmouth has one of the most renowned school systems in Maine. They have a classic village feel with coastal access. They have the Royal River and strong community events such as the you could almost say world-renowned Clam Festival, one of its most popular attractions every summer. Property values in this town, a very strong long-term value retention. So because you have that local school attraction, a lot of people with young kids or who are expecting to have kids choose to move into Yarmouth, and it's very competitive. Values are very strong and tend to hold. It's also very close to Portland. Cumberland's the only town that's closer to Portland on this list, and the closer you are to Portland, you tend to kind of creep up in that price point. Some of the cons to Yarmouth, as we established, low inventory means there's strong competition, inflating those prices a little bit, and the taxes do feel low with the mill rate. However, when you apply it to high assessed values, it does kind of cancel out those potential cost savings. To wrap up our discussion regarding Yarmouth, it's probably best for those families who are prioritizing the school system, out-of-state buyers who are looking to or have that potentially higher income rate and need to be close to Portland because of those hospital jobs or those higher paying tech jobs. Yarmouth is a way to be in close proximity to Portland, but not have to live right in the city itself, just a 10-minute, 15-minute drive on the highway. Lifestyle in Cumberland. Cumberland also offers a highly ranked high school in Greeley. They have larger lots and a very rural suburban feel. So houses really aren't stacked on top of each other in Cumberland. You're going to be able to get some breathing room, But like we just established earlier, it also is the highest price point on our list at $1,098,000 on average in 2025. Cumberland has a very strong community identity. Everybody there tends to stay year round. Maybe some of the coastal homes are some snowbirds and people who rotate through the vacation season. But for the most part, you're going to find families who are living there year round. Cumberland offers a large amount of privacy compared to a lot of the more southern Maine coastal towns, such as York, Biddeford, Saco, that are more densely developed and have houses right on top of each other. Cumberland is still very wooded, even on the coast. Some of the cons of Cumberland, like we discussed earlier, highest tax burden on the list. It's less walkable. There aren't as many sidewalks in Cumberland as there are in Freeport, Brunswick, Yarmouth, and even Bath. Freeport, some of the pros of Freeport are its coastal access. You have Wolf's Neck State Park, Winslow State Park, two areas obviously open to the public for some outdoor recreation and access to the coastal waters. Beautiful, especially in the summertime, as well as access throughout the winter as well. Town has in town, Freeport, the village center. You have the flagship store for LL Bean and a lot of other retail and shopping opportunities. It's very, very beautiful and decked out during the holidays. Freeport has a little bit more of a tourist feel and attracts more tourists, especially in the summer. Those streets and Main Street in downtown Freeport does get quite busy, so some of the locals tend to try to go around it to avoid the traffic and the crowds. However, if you do love all of those things, it is a great spot and really a picturesque Maine town that offers a lot of what Maine is known for, vacation land after all. Freeport is really best for those who love the coastal living. It's very serene, even more private than Yarmouth and Cumberland down on the water with, like we talked about, the preserved state parks in Winslow and Wolf's Neck State Park, offering plenty of recreation. But it may not be right for people who don't like those seasonal crowds and congestion that the tourist season brings. Brunswick offers the best balance of the price, taxes, and lifestyle out of all of the towns on our list today. They have the local Bowdoin College for a lot of culture and amenities. There's the Maine State Theater for a lot of shows and musicals that are performed throughout the year. Brunswick also has many affordable options for newer construction with all of the development that is happening on the Brunswick Naval Station, the old naval base. There's a lot of housing that has gone in and opened up a lot of opportunities for people who are looking to be in the Brunswick area. Brunswick is a great option for those relocation buyers, first-time home buyers, and value-driven families. Lastly, we have Bath. Some of the pros of living in Bath are it's obviously the most affordable on the list. There's the local BIW. That is one of the main drivers in the region for employment, and a lot of the people who live in Bath also work at BIW. Has a beautiful historic downtown and waterfront. Some of the cons, does have a little bit of a more industrial feel with the big BIW right there on the water on the Kennebec, as well as the big bridge. It also can be quite congested when it comes to rush hour, when all of those employees at BIW are heading out of town all at the same time around 3 o'clock. Bath is going to be the best option for your budget conscious buyers. To wrap up, there is no best town, just what's best for your current priorities. Bath is going to be the most affordable. Brunswick is the most balanced, offering the most variety of the list between prices, taxes, and lifestyle. Freeport is the most private and coastal, while Yarmouth and Cumberland offer the best vicinity to Portland, as well as their highly ranked school systems. If you're thinking about buying anywhere in Southern to Mid-Coast Maine, make sure you grab a copy of our relocation guide linked down below in the description. It is designed specifically to help buyers like you make an informed decision about what town is the best for them. If you are interested in learning more about the Southern and Mid-Coast Maine real estate market, we are going to be posting videos every single week. Please feel free to hit the subscribe button down below, and we look forward to bringing you along on our journey.